Hello students, today we will learn a very interesting chapter, Chapter 3, Early Cities. We will focus mainly on Iraq, okay? So, what is meant by city? The English word city comes from the Latin word civitas, which describes a highly organized community like the city-states of ancient Greece. The city provided a man with his religion, his amusements, his education, and sought to satisfy his every need. Throughout human history, cities have played a very important role in transforming the society. They have been the scene and setting of major social, economic, and political change. As countries' state of economic development is judged by its cities. Cities are the cradle of civilization. The establishment of towns is marked by the beginning of a civilization. First phase in the growth of cities began between 5,000 to 6,000 years ago with settlements which grew into what we call River Valley civilization of Mesopotamia. Present day is in Iraq, Egypt, India, and China. This town no more dependent on agriculture and domestic animals. As the civilization grew in size and trade routes grew in numbers, these towns became the centers for merchants, craftsmen, traders, and government officials. The division between town and city, urban and rural, had begun during this period. A similar path was taken by later civilizations such as Greek, Iranian, Roman, and Great Zimbabwe. Now, let's begin with the main topic, the early cities in Iraq, Mesopotamia, 3000 BC. The name Mesopotamia is derived from the Greek word meso, meaning middle, and potamus, meaning river. Mesopotamia is a place where two rivers flow through the country. These are the Euphrates and the Tigris rivers. Mesopotamia is a well known because of its prosperity, city life, rich literature, mathematics, and astronomy, were the most prominent features of the Mesopotamian civilization. It also served as the source of knowledge for the neighboring people. Northern Syria and Turkey followed the language and script of Mesopotamia. The historical evolution of Mesopotamia can be properly understood only with the reference to geographical features of the region. Two major rivers flow through the country. These are the Euphrates and the Tigris River. These rivers flow from north to south and discharge their water into the Persian Gulf. Mesopotamia can broadly be divided into two distinct regions, north and south. These two regions have very different environments. During the ancient times, northern Mesopotamia was frequently referred to as Assyria. Northern Mesopotamia is the region lying roughly between the Middle Tigris and the Persian Gulf. In the east, it is bordered by Iran. In the west, there is a long stretch of desert. The land is flat with no stones or rocks. Southern Mesopotamia has steady rainfall. The south is a desert. However, the Euphrates and Tigris provided possibilities for cultivation and therefore for habitation. This is where the first cities and writing emerged. So, to sum up, Mesopotamia has two distinct geographical zones, northern and southern Mesopotamia. In ancient times, southern Mesopotamia was again subdivided into two parts. These were Akkad and Sumeria. From 2000 BCE onwards, Akkad and Sumeria together are referred to as Babylonia, since Babylon became the political center of a major empire in southern Mesopotamia. So Babylon is in southern Mesopotamia. Movement of goods into cities. The ancient Mesopotamians were very rich in food resources and had textiles in abundance. But most parts of the south, lacked stones for tools, shields, and jewels. In fact, Sumerian was deficient in supply of required quality of wood and stone. The wood of required quality was not available in Sumerian, in southern parts, So the Sumerians started a network of trade to other states like metals and other raw minerals. There was shortage of metal, which they needed for tools, vessels, and ornaments. So they started trading with Turkey and Iran or the other regions across the Gulf. Turkey and Iran, they have mineral resources, but were in short supply of agricultural produce. Thus, the Mesopotamians could enter into trading activities with the adjoining regions by offering what they had and getting what they needed. This is how exchanges were initiated. A group of specialist traders came into existence to carry out trading activities. So for trading, they need a efficient transport. So transporting goods through pack animals or bullock carts is expensive and time consuming. The cheapest mode of transportation is over water. The canals and natural channels were in fact cheap roads for goods. These were available to the Mesopotamians, which they used for transporting goods between large and small settlements. Among these, the Euphrates was the most important and it emerged as a world route. Trade was the lifeline of early cities. Trade helped the craftsmen to survive by providing raw material and goods which adorned the temples. Along with goods and minerals, ideas and imaginary from other cultures also came into Mesopotamia. This is all about the meaning of the city, growth of towns, the early cities in Iraq, nature of early urban societies, and movement of goods into cities. We will sum up here. The remaining topic we will discuss in the next lecture.